Hello and welcome to HBM's Crypto-Corner for Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. We have a few things to talk about, so let's get started. Longest Bigfoot recording captured by youth group later leaves people with chills. After the sighting in video by Campus Life youth group leader Jim Mills, research squads were reportedly helicoptered into the site in the Marble Mountains, Northern California. The figure walks like a human and also looks like one, but the group are convinced it is the mythical creature. Well, this is the Marble Mountain footage, and I believe it's most likely a person up there, not a Sasquatch. I'm not going to say that the youth group hoaxed it. I don't think they did. I don't believe they did. A young Christian youth group on a backpacking trip in the mountains stumbled across what appeared to be a shelter for something very large before spotting quote-unquote Bigfoot in the distance. A 7-minute video that remained underground until 2011 was shot by the Campus Life youth group leader Jim Mills after the incident in 2001. After the sighting, research squads were reportedly helicoptered into the site in the Marble Mountains, Northern California. The beast that the group spotted reportedly stood much taller than any man, with long arms dangling below its waist and appeared to be covered in a thick fur. No, it's a person. It's a human. It's not a Sasquatch. It's a human. I don't know why this old video is coming up again as being perhaps of a Sasquatch. It's not a Sasquatch. It's a person. Like I said, again, I'm not saying that the youth group hoaxed it or anything like that, but they mistook a Sasquatch for a human. Or they mistook a human for a Sasquatch, I should say. Or did I get it right the first time? Anyway, it's not a Sasquatch. I got news for you. It's a human. It's a person. It moves like a person. It looks like a person. It's dressed in a hoodie like a person. It's a person, not a Sasquatch. RNA recovered from 130-year-old Tasmanian tiger specimen. The quest to revive the Tasmanian tiger has taken a significant step forward as, in a first when it comes to an extinct species, scientists have managed to recover the creature's RNA. The remarkable breakthrough was reportedly achieved by a team of researchers working with a 130-year-old thylacine specimen housed at the Swedish Museum of Natural History. Since RNA, or transcriptome, serves as something of an instruction manual for the information contained in DNA, the recovery of this material is critical in developing an understanding of the long-lost Tasmanian tiger's genetic composition. So, could it be possible that they'll bring to life a Tasmanian tiger or thylacine? I think only time will tell. I suppose the ethical question would be, should they do it? Or is it going to be a Jurassic Park type situation? Anybody who's ever even read the book Jurassic Park or seen the movie, I think they know what I'm talking about. So, again, should they do it? Well, I can't say one way or the other, but I can say it's interesting. Will they do it is the question. Another question, I suppose. Well, who knows? Texas Bigfoot hunter suspects he caught sight of a UFO. There's a theory among skeptics called crank magnetism, which holds that people who buy into one woo-woo area of belief soon allow others to infiltrate their existence as well. In other words, their minds are so open that their brains fall out. I think I must truly be a skeptic because after a year of covering the spooky beach with ghosts, ghouls, and aliens around every corner, I remain far more interested in the people espousing these beliefs than in the wild things they buy into.
I can't see them. Oh wait, I see it.
See it too.
Yeah, there they are. There they are.
It's like moving. Still. Look, they're both back, but the third one's not back yet.
Yeah, it's like a triangle. You can see it.
It's just like hovering.
They're
See it like wobbling?
Dude, stuff doesn't move like that in formation.
Yeah, no, it does not.
It triangles in the sky that far.
No, dude, not. Hey, have you seen anything like that out here before or no? Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some wild shit on here. Sorry, wild stuff.
No.
It's okay.
I've seen like whole across the sky shooting stars before. Like they just go from horizon to horizon. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a satellite. That's my thought, but it's when you get out here late at night and all these lights are off, like all these lights turn off in this dark sky zone out here, you can see everything.
So a Sasquatch hunter may have seen a UFO, possibly, but we don't know for sure. There were some blinking lights in the video, but you really couldn't tell anything. It was really hard to see very much, to be quite honest. Personally, I don't think Sasquatch are connected with UFOs, but I don't close myself off to the possibility. It's possible. We don't know everything there is to know about Sasquatch. So, are they connected to UFOs? That's a good question. It's a question we need to examine and look at, and not just ignore, and not just say, "Well, that's just not possible." Just because I personally don't believe it doesn't mean that I could be right about that. We really don't know for sure. So, are Sasquatch connected to UFOs? Who knows? We don't know. And here's a supposed cryptid out of all the most unlikely places, Chicago. Family captures new Chicago cryptid staring at them through porch window. What is that thing? If a Princess Mononoke lemur-looking thing showed up knocking at my door, I'd probably let it in. A Chicago resident claimed to have snapped a picture of a strange unidentified creature that is so unusual it's difficult to describe. There is a certain lemur quality to the face, but it has faint stripes under the eyes that are distinctly unlike any known species. It is also about twice the size of the largest known lemurs. Some think it might have been an escaped wallaby, but tracking down the original source reveals an even more interesting story.
Photographed on the porch of a home in suburban Chicago. Unknown creature photographed on the porch of a home in suburban Chicago.
One doesn't immediately think dinosaur when viewing the strange creature through the glass panes, but the original post traces back to an aspiring paleo artist with a penchant for creepy stories. But could it also be a hoax? It's entirely possible it could be a hoax pulled on the family by someone. By some practical joker. Because Chicago seems a very unlikely place for any kind of cryptid to live in. Unless it lives in the sewers. That may be about the only place it might be able to live. Other than that, I just don't see it. It's just not possible. Not to me, anyway. And finally, series of unsettling animal deaths sparked chupacabra fears in Mexican town. A series of unsettling animal deaths in a Mexican town has understandably left residents on edge, with many wondering if the infamous chupacabra could be to blame. The curious case reportedly began approximately 10 days ago in the community of Tambola, when a farmer discovered that one of his livestock had been slain by a mysterious predator. Since that time, a staggering 8 additional animals, predominantly goats and sheep, have seemingly fallen victim to the same creature. Particularly unnerving to residents that the downed livestock have sported sizable bite marks on their necks, and in some instances the monster in their midst actually managed to decapitate the unfortunate animals. Sheesh. Is it a chupacabra? Is it a practical joke? Satanic ritual, perhaps? Who really knows? It appears nobody's ever actually laid eyes on the supposed chupacabra. So how can they say it's a chupacabra without actually seeing the thing? I have to say, I'm very skeptical of this story unless somebody actually sees one or sets up a camera to record it. That'd be my suggestion. But until then, I'm going to remain skeptical of this particular story. Now, I'm going to include some links below to some stories that y'all might find interesting, mainly about the Patterson-Gimlin film, referring to some of the quote-unquote investigations undertaken by the late Mark Travinsky, which, I mean, I disagree with, but that's just me. I disagree with the late Mark Travinsky on these things about the Patterson-Gimlin film. He's looking into the rumor that John Chambers may have made the suit for the Patterson-Gimlin film. But Chambers said in 2001 that he did not do it. He said he was good, but he wasn't that good. So, but we're pretty much left with, because John Chambers passed away, we're left with the possibility that, or at least according to Chervinsky, we're left with the possibility that Chambers may have had something to do with it, even though Chambers denied it. So, anyway, I hope you guys find those articles interesting. And that's good there for this week. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. You guys are the heart of the show. I always say that, but I always mean it. Now, continue as long as you guys want me to. And hey, until next week, y'all be good or be good at it. This is HBMs Crypto Corner.